Hello, juniors. Welcome to your first online video lesson. So today, first thing what I wanted to do is go over the agenda real quickly. If you haven't done your activator yet, please do put the video on pause, take a few minutes to just, take a break, stretch, go for a quick walk, get a snack or something, but just step away from the computer for a few minutes. It's good for you. All right. What we're looking at today, I know you've probably seen the word essay by now. Don't freak out. You are not writing an essay yet. But the assignment you're going to start today is actually going to help you to get ready for an essay that you will eventually write. So I just want to explain that to you so that I think you'll have a better understanding of what you're working on. The essay is going to be a comparison essay. Okay, you're going to be comparing fences and the crucible. Okay, so the assignment you're going to start today is a Venn diagram chart with the crucible and fences. I'll explain that in just a second. If you haven't read the crucible yet, don't worry about it. Totally fine. Okay. And if you don't have your copy of Fences, also don't worry about it because I've attached an online digital version. Okay. So real quick now, I'm going to get out of the agenda. Come on, let me out. There we go. And then this Google Doc that you see here is attached to the assignment. Okay. So if you don't have this open yet, go ahead and open it on your computer so that you can see this as well. All right, but this is the Venn diagram that you're looking at. So in the essay that you're going to eventually write, what you're going to be doing, the essay question is, how do two texts from different time periods address a similar topic or theme? Okay, so you got the Crucible and Fences from two different decades, looking at two different periods in history, and you're going to compare how do they address a similar topic. So you've got 6 topics here on the Venn diagram chart that come up in both stories: personal happiness, marriage, parenthood, duty and responsibility, loyalty, and honesty. You're going to pick one of those topics that you would like to follow, like to write about. If you really want to choose 2, like I've had, for example, some students in the past write about marriage and loyalty, or marriage and honesty, or parenthood and responsibility. If you'd like to pair them up, totally fine. I just don't want you to pick more than 2 because I think that'll be overload. Okay. So 1 topic or 2 topics, totally good. I would just like you first thing to highlight which topic you're planning to write about. Okay. So I know which one you're doing. Now, once you've chosen your topic, then you're going to come down here to, this is supposed to be a Venn diagram, except I can't make a Venn diagram on a Google Doc, so this is the best I could do. But you've got the the left-hand column here for just elements in the crucible. And then you've got the right-hand column over here for elements that are just in fences. And then you've got the middle column for comparisons, similarities that you notice between the 2 plays. Okay. So you could probably go ahead and fill in the fences chart if you remember the play pretty well. If not, take your time and kind of jog your memory. But if you still need to read the crucible, just fill this in as you go through the crucible. Just as you come across something, go ahead and fill it in. The middle column is for similarities you notice between the 2 plays. Okay. So for example, if I was following marriage, one thing I notice that's similar in both plays, spoiler alert, is both husbands cheat. Bad, sad face. But even though that is a similarity in both plays, the way that it's addressed is very different. Okay. For example, in the Crucible, John Proctor feels so much regret for his cheating. I mean, he feels terrible about the fact that he cheated. He beats himself up the whole play because of this. Troy, on the other hand, has no regret. In fact, he says he'd do it again. He's not willing to give Alberta up, right? He says she makes me happy. She makes me laugh. I like being with her. So there you've got one similarity that, yes, they both cheated, but the difference is that their reactions to it are very different. Okay. So that's kind of the evidence that you want to be recording about both stories. I'm going to give you a lot of time to do this, so don't stress about it. I'll put the due date on the assignment on Google Classroom, but start gathering evidence, characters that you notice, similarities and differences in plot, things like that. If you're having trouble getting started, I've included, there we go, down here below the chart, just a couple lists to kind of jog your memory, characters and how they relate to each of the different topics. So this might help you kind of get started. Okay. But up here, you're just listing elements of the story, either differences or in the middle column, similarities about the topic of your choice. Okay. And I'll be available during office hours for help. Thanks.